Hey, it's Ryan, and I'm here with Dan Tudge, executive producer of Dragon Age Origins. Dan, how you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. Yeah, wonderful. Thanks.
Thanks for taking some time with us. Let's talk a little bit about Dragon Age. Today we were talking a lot about the story and a lot about just kind of the moral decisions that there are in Dragon Age. You know, that's kind of been a popular thing recently. You know, you got Fallout 3 and Fable 2 kind of leaning heavily on the moral decisions. How does Dragon Age kind of differ in how it implements that stuff?
Well, I think a lot of the moral choice really supports the entire tone of the game, which is a very dark, heroic fantasy. So it's very gritty, very mature. These are decisions that you'd face in the real world that are difficult to make. And I think that's what's really great about them is there's no clear black or white. It's really about the pros and cons and weighing those and then seeing through the lens that is your character, your origin story, and deciding, you know, really do I want to do this or do I want to do the other? And of course, there's the party members too, because they may not necessarily approve of what you're doing. So.
Let's talk a little bit about kind of the morality when it comes to the party. Now, you're dealing with a group of characters, and they've all kind of got different priorities, and it seems like the actions that you take in the game, in the story, will kind of affect how they view your character. Talk to us a little bit just about how that works.
Well, there's a party approval system built right into the game, so you can actually monitor how the characters are approving or disapproving of you. And so by doing that and in changing the way you behave to them, the decisions that you make, their approval will either go up and down. Now, if it gets low enough, they may actually leave your party and may not want to be a part of what you're doing. But if it gets to a nice spot, gets to a good, healthy spot, and that's different for every character, you know, new things like specializations might open to you, new training, new ability for those characters, of course, quests, side quests, random encounters. And of course, if it's at just the right spot, it may even lead to a romantic relationship.
Oh, excellent. So a little Mass Effect callback there.
Full digital nudity. Imagine.
Well, you know, as always, tasteful.
Spiritual successor to Baldur's Gate is something that's been said, kind of referring to Dragon Age. Do you fear that maybe kind of creates too many expectations about what this game is all about? And you know, are people going to be expecting like a super hardcore kind of throwback old school RPG? And you know, is it going to deliver that? I guess is more the point.
Well, I think we've got a lot of fan feedback that said, you know, oh, you've talked the talk about the spiritual successor to Baldur's Gate. I didn't really believe you until I saw it, and yeah, it's totally the next gen Baldur's Gate. And truthfully, I think that's the key to it. It is the next gen Baldur's Gate. It's not a stagnant sequel in a lot of respects. It's an evolution of where we go with Baldur's Gate, and still you can really feel its connection. You can really feel its link to Baldur's Gate past. So it is in a new direction. It's in a much more mature, gritty, darker setting, but it does actually include a lot of those great party-based tactical combat, great followers, great party members, great story. I think it's the best story we've ever written, and of course, great combat, progression, customization is awesome as well too.
What kind of separates the original fiction behind Dragon Age from you know, your Dungeons and Dragons? Like, what keeps it, I guess, from being kind of just a royalty-free D&D?
Well, I think the dark heroic direction for sure. The maturity of the setting, the grittiness of the setting. It's definitely a lot more low fantasy. It's a lot less high fantasy. You definitely have deeper, darker, more mature themes, and I think that really separates it from the Forgotten Realms and the D&D settings. Of course, the rules that come with a license, we're free to create our own rule set. We're really able to create a rule set that supports, you know, electronic entertainment. It supports a video game. We're not taking a pen and paper rule set and having that, converting that to the computer, to the PC, to the console, and expecting that to work. We're actually, from the ground up, making it a PC and console title.
Roll the dice to see if I'm getting drunk!
Are there going to be any kind of like specific little shout-outs? I had some people asking if Boo the hamster might show up, or questions about you know, if there's an equivalent to Tensor's floating disk, and anything that specific. I'm not going to ask you to actually give it away, but if there is anything like that.
I think you might find some little nifty Easter eggs in there. Obviously, Baldur's Gate isn't and the Forgotten Realms isn't our license, so obviously there's licensing issues between actually having Minsk appear. But I think people will find some things oddly familiar, and I think But I can tell you throughout the entire playing of the game, especially when you get into that tactical view and you're moving your party around, you really have a deja vu moment with Baldur's Gate. You really, really do. And a lot of people do.
Get me out of this! It is too much!
We definitely, as a spiritual successor of Baldur's Gate, we targeted as a PC title first and foremost. But as we developed the game and really sort of evolved that next-gen Baldur's Gate feel, we realized that there was another audience for this as well too. It is a lot more accessible than a lot of the core old-school games have been in the past, and I think it's really lending itself to the console as well too. But that's not to say it's just a direct drop over from the PC to the console. It'll be supported the console and each console in a very unique way, and really be right for that console. But I think we should be able to bring a great story-driven fantasy experience to every platform.
Now, the game is called Dragon Age Origins. I've seen this game a couple of times, saw it at E3, see it now. Where are the dragons, man?
Where are the dragons?
Where are the dragons?
Well, the term Dragon Age literally means when the age when dragons existed. So
yeah, you can't.
There will be dragons in Dragon Age. Absolutely,
excellent.
And
dragons confirmed.
Woo!
Dan, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Do you have a specific date for release, or can you give us a ballpark?
Currently, right now, we're saying last half of 2009.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So there you go. Look for more on Dragon Age Origins on GiantBomb.com. Now this is a question that was actually asked to me from our lead designer, Dave. Huge Baldur's Gate fan, loves this style of gameplay. He wants to know about the manual. He wants to know about the thickness of the manual.
Yes, we've had some discussions with EA about the manual, and I think we're pushing the limits of what's been done with a manual previously, but we're definitely. I mean, it's next-gen Baldur's Gate, and it's that core single-player RPG experience. I definitely think we need to support it with a manual that's appropriate for that. But to be fair as well, too, the world's changed a lot too. There's a lot of accessibilities through the internet to get additional information, additional depth, and of course share that with community. So there will be that aspect as well too. So
cloth maps.
I'm not going to say, but that would be pretty cool.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Who doesn't love a cloth map?
Yeah.